Hello and welcome to another Pokemon card video. So this time we're going to take a look at the Machamp Spring 2016 deck, which I think is called Four-Armed Fury. So yeah, I really like Machamp from Gen 1, awesome fighting type Pokemon. Interested to see how this deck works. So again, we've got Cubone and Marowak. They featured in a couple of the previous decks that we played. And then we've got this Vespiquen here, which I quite like the look of that. The colourless energy and the attacks for having cards in your discard pile, so that'll be quite interesting to try that out. I've not used that before. And then we've got Spinarak and Ariados there, with that ability to poison both active Pokemon in play apart from grass types. So that'll be pretty useful for the Machamp EX. Unknown to discard, Sudowoodo there just as an extra one. And here we go, so we've got the centerpiece here, the Machamp EX. It's got two really good strong attacks. So we'll show you those in the games that are coming up. Yeah, I've not used this puzzle a time before. I've seen a few people use it, but we've only got two in the deck, so chance of drawing both of them are going to be slim, but and then just like standard ones there. Level ball, that'd be pretty useful. That Ace Trainer, so if they manage to get ahead, I can hopefully sort of control the hand size a little bit and get some cards back for us. Not sure what that does. Okay, so it gives us a little boost if we're fighting against defending EX cards. That Assault Vest, I rarely find that useful in the games that I've played so far, but we'll see. That Fighting Fury Belt, I quite like that card. And then mainly Fighting Energy. We've got one of those strong energies, which could be quite useful, giving us an extra 20 damage. Yeah, I think we've only got 3 grass energies, so the Vespiquen luckily is colourless, although Combi isn't. But that Ariados, you need one for the attack, but we're mainly going to be using it for its power there. So let's try it out. Let's find an opponent here. Okay, so we're up against a grass deck. Apparently we've got the advantage, but Ariados is poison attack, is poison power. Sorry, I don't think that affects grass Pokemon, so we could be in a bit of trouble there. So we've got an alright hand there, so we've got Cubone and Marowak that we can evolve, and we've also got Machamp. We've got one energy in hand, so we'll put out Cubone to begin with. I'm not going to be able to attack the first turn anyway, so I can evolve it to Marowak. I've got one energy in the bank, so I can definitely power that up and at least do some damage. I don't want to put too much damage on my Machamp early on. I don't want to give them easy prize cards. So they've put down a Spinarak. They've got nothing on the bench at the moment. So yeah, I did actually draw into 2 puzzle times, just the only 2 in the deck. So after having said that was unlikely, we've managed it in this game. So let's see what our opponent does here. Presumably he's going to start putting stuff on the bench, and yeah, so let's see what he's going to get. Okay, so we've got a Snivy coming out, and a Muscle Band there, so that's going to do an extra 20 damage, and he'll be able to heal 10 damage from himself. But presumably he's going to start evolving that fairly soon. Okay, so he's going to get an energy and another card. So he's got a Signal there. Maybe he's not happy with what he's got. Okay, so an Ultra Ball, so he's going to go searching for something. discarding an energy and another card there. Okay, so he's got that Sceptile EX. Okay, so poison and sleep, and if I'm poisoned, it does extra damage. Okay, so that is going to be annoying. So Marowak's actually got a weakness to grass, so I need to be careful with that. Luckily Machamp hasn't, but well, also Machamp can cure himself of status conditions, which is going to be quite good. So what to pick? I really like that Vespiquen. I obviously haven't got any of the evolutions, but might bank on that I'll be able to draw into something else. Yeah, it's not a great choice there, but let's hope that I get a Combi. If they knock out the Marowak, I'm going to have Cubone and Marowak in the discard pile. That's going to boost Vespiquen's attack right there. Let's put Cubone on the bench. So I'm going to attack Sceptile here, do 30 damage. I can choose which opponent, so it's quite a good attack from Marowak. He hasn't got any energy on the Spinarak at the moment. Oh, so he's got Ariados. Oh, okay, so he can evolve straight away now. Well, he can obviously choose to poison me, but again, until he powers up that attack, I think I'm just going to keep attacking that Sceptile, chipping away some of its health. So yeah, he's going to try and knock away that energy. That is lucky that it failed. I haven't got any other energy at the moment, so that is good. If I keep chipping away at that Sceptile, then if I have to resort to putting in Machamp, hopefully I can take down that Sceptile in one go, which is going to help. So yeah, just like I thought. So Marowak is now poisoned, but until he attacks me, I can ride this out for a little bit. I can keep doing 30 damage. I'm going to force him to either power up or swap out. Okay, so I can look for two basic Pokemon, so of course I'm going to choose Combi and start getting Vespiquen ready, and I'll get another Machamp EX as well. So really need some power. That's what I'm lacking at the moment. Let's put Combi out, get Vespiquen, because grass Pokemon can evolve straight away thanks to his stadium. Very nice, thank you. Yeah, okay, so I've not used these before, so I can either use one or both. I haven't got much in discard. Let's use one here. Let's have a look, rearrange this, see what I've got. So Unknown could be pretty useful, but I'm desperate for the energy. Because, well, actually I could get Unknown, discard it. No, let's not muck around. Let's get the energy. That's what I need to concentrate on right now. The Vespiquen is sort of like... I'm quite intrigued to see how it works with everything in the discard pile, but until I've got stuff in the discard pile, let's get some energy. Okay, so yeah, keep chipping away at Sceptile here. Force him to deal with my card. I'm quite happy riding it out for a few turns. Oh, and there we go. Okay, so he's conceded. He conceded quite early, in my opinion, but obviously didn't like what he was seeing. Maybe the threat of having two EX on the table was enough. So I didn't really get to see the full potential of that deck, but I thought it was an interesting bout there. That Sceptile could have caused problems, and the fact that I was playing a grass deck sort of screws up the Ariados Machamp mix. So let's try another game and let's see what we get. Okay, so let's find another opponent here. Okay, so we're up against a water electric deck. Well, yeah, heads. And yeah, we won, so I'll go first. And let's see what I draw this time. Okay, so we've got another Machamp EX, that's a good start. Got that unknown, which will be quite good. Just to discard, get another card out of my deck. And we've got a Cubone, which I'm going to place in first. I haven't got any energy, which is a bit worrying. So I'm going to use that unknown's power early on to discard and draw another card. Okay, still didn't draw an energy, so let's hope that unknown gets me another one. I can get some more basic Pokemon with Pokemon Fan Club, so that's quite good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, there we go, so we've got an energy card. I haven't got a Marowak yet. Can't see a way unless we top deck it. So probably best. Let's see what we've got. Or what would be another good option? So I could get another Machamp EX, which I will do, as it's the main centerpiece of this deck. I'll go for Spinarak. And the main reason for this is I can do the Ariados ability where I can poison both active Pokemon. So if I have, let's try and reorder this. A Fighting Fury Belt is good. I like that. Let's put it there. Let's put Unknown there, and I'll be able to draw into Combi. So in 2 turns time, I'll have that sorted. So the Ariados will be able to poison both active Pokemon, which is going to be a pain for my opponent. Machamp is able to heal himself with his second attack, where he does 80 damage, and if he's affected by a status condition, then he does a further 80 damage. So I can do 160 damage in an attack, and it also heals him of that status condition. And I can just keep doing that Ariados trick from the bench, keep poisoning Machamp, and then healing him, and doing 160 damage a turn. Super powerful. So Machamp's quite a hard card to get going, because its first attack, you have to have damage counters on, otherwise you will do no damage. It does 20 times the number of damage counters that you have on you. And it also causes Machamp to then be confused, giving it a status condition, but poison is definitely a better status condition than confusion. So I'll put a Fighting Fury Belt on there, give me an extra 40 HP and do a further 10 damage for each of my attacks. So really want to get an Ariados as soon as possible. So opponent's coming out strong here. He's got some good stuff on the bench. There's an Articuno. Okay, and he's also now got a Raichu. So what's he going to do here? I'm not too worried about Cubone there. I certainly haven't got the energy to be wasting on retreating it, and I haven't really got any viable options to put into play anyway. So whilst it's not ideal, I'm going to be powering up that Machamp. So here's that Unknown. I'm going to dispose of that, get the Combi. So that's only going to affect if they've got a defending EX. So not really too bothered about that. Let's put Combi on the bench. And again, I can't attack, so we'll pass over to our opponent. And let's see what he's going to do now. Okay, so he's starting to power up that Raichu. Okay, don't know what that was, but no damage done, so happy enough. So power up that Machamp. So if he's got bench Pokemon, so he's got the maximum amount of bench Pokemon, so he's got that double colourless energy, so that's going to do 100 damage. Anyway, So that is not good news. But yeah, we should be okay against the electric Pokemon, because most of them will be weak to fighting type, and unless he plays a high strength EX anyway, Machamp should be able to deal with it. So what's he going to do? Okay, fine. So we've got that final energy that we need to power up Machamp. Not too worried about the Dene at the moment. Whether I want to draw out another one, I think. Well, I'm not too worried about it at the moment. So let's see what develops now. Okay, so he's powering up Articuno. Okay, so Lysander comes out. Machamp's going in. Oh, okay. That was more than I was expecting. But that Fighting Fury belt has got me an extra 40 HP anyway, so not too worried. I've still got 160 HP left. And I didn't lose Cubone either, so he hasn't managed to draw a prize card yet. So let's heal Machamp up a little bit. I'm not interested in doing that steaming mad attack. Let's do Crazy Hammer. It's got a weakness anyway. I've got the extra 10 from the Fighting Fury belt, so 180 dealt out straight away. Happy with that. Okay, so another fighting energy. So presumably we're going to get hit here. Is he going to put something else on the bench to maximise that attack? No. So 80 damage. So we're on 110. So we're on half health at the moment, and it's good to see a couple more energy cards coming out. So let's get Machamp, the second one, powered up. Still easily able to deal with this Raichu. That Crazy Hammer attack is very strong. There we go. Another 180 damage dealt. So we've got another Combi. No Vespiquen at the moment. So Articuno coming out. So this would be where ideally the Ariados would be poisoning both of us and getting us double damage from that Crazy Hammer. So Machamp EX unfortunately is gone. There wasn't a lot I could do with that. So I'm going to stall it. Throw out a Combi. Double colourless. Well, worst comes to worst, I need 2 fighting energies on Machamp. I could use a double colourless next turn if need be. So let's put the fighting energy on there. It's not great, to be honest. I've got less prize cards now, so could use that. I'd lose my double colourless energy, but it would muck with his hand. We'll see what this turn brings. Okay. Okay, so starting to power up that Stunfisk. Searching for energy. Okay, so he's going to pull a trainer out, so another Lysander. So he's probably going to force my Machamp out next turn. Okay, this is tight. He's only got one prize card to go, so I've got no option. He's going to knock out any of the others anyway, so let's put Machamp out. Let's put that on there. I've got to get some better cards out of this. Even if I knock out that Articuno, that Stunfisk has a special energy. So the Assault Vest there, if he goes for a revenge attack or something like that, it's going to reduce that damage. So that's pretty useful. Before I chuck everything, I'm going to put that in play anyway, just in case it comes up later. Let's try. Well, useless, but better than just putting it straight in my discard. There we go. Okay. That is really great. We now have Ariados. Here we go. This is now going to turbo big style. So, and we've got the Marowak. Brilliant. So I don't even have to put any energy on Ariados here. So what I'll do is I'll poison Machamp and Articuno, and then I'll hit him with a Crazy Hammer for 160 damage. Yep, get rid of that. So that pull right there was what I needed. So we were very close to losing it there. And he's got the resistance, but we did more than enough damage. So that is excellent. And we've got our Vespiquen, that's good. We've got double colourless energy, so I can power that up straight away and have that ready just in case. So here's that Stunfisk. He's going to power it up. The Assault Vest is going to reduce the damage of that revenge attack, which would normally do 100 damage for knocking out a previous opponent. So it reduced it down to 60. We'll take that, that's fine. And again, should be able to do a one-hit KO here. So I'll be poisoning them. Let's just check out what's in here. How many have I got? So I've got 4 in the discard pile. So that's going to power up that Vespiquen. So it does an extra 10 damage. So that's going to do 60 damage. So we're powered up to 60. That's a pretty good attack. I'll have that. Yeah. So you can search for another one. He's only got one prize to go though, so whatever he knocks out, unless I can avoid it, he's going to win in the game. So let's poison both active Pokemon. Do a Crazy Hammer here. Stunfisk is down. So we're slowly pulling it back here, as long as my Machamp manages to maintain his health, which it should be good. He hasn't got anything powered up at the moment, and with that Ariados and Crazy Hammer combo, I'm going to power my way through. Okay, he's not going to cause any damage to me here, and I'll be able to one-hit KO Lapras as well. Okay, so he's got the escape rope. So the escape rope is going to cause trouble. So I'm going to knock out Lapras now. He's going to put something into play and then escape rope. So he's going to force me to play something else. He's only got to knock out one more of my Pokemon. So looking at the retreat cost there, Vespiquen is nothing. So yeah, Marowak's got 2. I can't remember if it forces, if they choose or if I choose. Ariados has got 1. I've got 1 energy card left. I can put it on either Marowak or Ariados if they force it. I can't remember the wording on the escape rope. So there we go. Poison, Crazy Hammer. Perfect. If he escape ropes, I'll be able to retreat any Pokemon that go in. He hasn't got any other Pokemon powered up or that could do enough damage to me straight away. So he's going for max health here. Oh, of course he'll escape rope and put in something else. Yeah, there we go. Right, well, doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, Vespiquen is free. Might as well save my energy. There we go. So yeah, I can sub out Vespiquen, so as long as Vespiquen survives this round, I'll retreat Vespiquen, put in Machamp, and we'll win this game. That is the plan. Okay, so he's going for an evolution. He's got a Raichu. So let's see what he does here. Okay, so he's powering up Raichu, but he's going to need more than one energy to do an attack. So I don't think he's banked on that. Okay, oh, strange. Okay, so he's going to retreat. He's not going to be able to attack me, so Vespiquen has survived this round. So I'll retreat Vespiquen, put Machamp back out, and then Poisonous. And then I'll be able to do that crazy hammer. He's going to have 20 resistance, but it's not enough. There you go. It's going to do 160 damage. 140, sorry, with the resistance. There we go. Final prize card. And victory. So, yeah, I really enjoyed playing with this deck. It took a little bit of time to sort of get into the swing of it. I really like that Ariados and Machamp teamwork there. In this game, it was quite slow to get out, and obviously we got down to our opponent having one prize card, which wasn't ideal. But in several of the other games that I played, it was much more reliable and came up really easily. Don't need any energy on Ariados, so as long as you can keep Machamp alive to get that evolution in, it's a really, really good method. And of course, Machamp heals himself of any status conditions anyway, so leaving your opponent's Pokemon poisoned within a couple of turns is going to finish anyway. So yeah, really good. There are a couple of things that maybe I would look at. Overall, I thought the deck worked really well. It took me a little while to work it out and get the idea together for that poison, because obviously Machamp is a self-contained card. He can confuse himself, but then you've got a 50-50 chance of getting that crazy hammer in or hurting yourself. But the poison works really reliably. But actually, my opponent that I was playing, who played with Sceptile, I really like that. Sceptile's Unseen Claw attack here works off a similar principle, but it's the status condition of your opponent's Pokemon rather than where Machamp gets powered up by being affected by a status condition himself. The weakness of this entire deck is Grass type, because Ariados can't poison Grass types. So it's just another tool card that can be used. Quite interesting. Anyway, join us for another game soon.